Wrestling 2 days. 2 days before Rebellion. Guys, I'm not going to tell you that if you like this show, you shouldn't. Because I'm not going to do that. If you like it, you like it. But don't sugarcoat it. This show is no different than any show that Impact puts on for the last 7 to 8 years easily. They have a bad build going to the final go-home show of their pay-per-views, and you always get something lackluster. What do you got here? A lackluster show going into the pay-per-view. Again, they never learn anything. Never does Impact learn. Now, like I said, if you like the show, more power to you if you like this episode. But there's no way you can just hide what's going on, because I know many people below are not going to stand what I'm saying. And I'm telling you the truth. The show has not changed. Lighting didn't change. We still had, here's one shot in my face. Look how big the space was in the arena. I think they shrank down the space for the fans to have more padding, which is good. But then they don't take advantage of all that space. They keep everything like this. You hear me? Like this. Presentation is everything. And if you don't think it, you're an idiot. Now, what do we got in this show? The first thing that made no damn sense. You got... Why? They have so little to work with. And I'm not talking about the talent. I'm talking about thinking and creative. That they have to stick a non-title match for Violence by Design in the opening of the show with Decay, who they barely do anything with unless it's on BTI. Tell me I'm wrong. When do we usually see Black Taurus and Crazy Steve? Not often. We don't. Maybe we'll see them BTI, which I don't watch. Why would I watch BTI? I don't. I have to be an insider to watch something that shouldn't be an insider thing. You should give people something to strive to watch. Put it on freaking YouTube to watch it. Not just stick it on YouTube where you got to pay $1 to watch it. You can't justify that. That's dumb. They don't got that many people watching. So tell me I'm stupid. This made no damn sense, when particularly that they're supposed to have an 18-man gauntlet. 18 men, that means that's what? How many teams is that? This is what you get. Isn't Black Taurus and Crazy Steve going to be in the damn gauntlet? Why would you give them this? Are you going to let them win the gauntlet? I doubt it. There's no way they're going to win the gauntlet. So you throw them on the main opening of the show, making people think, oh, this non-title match could be great for Black Taurus, could be great for Crazy Steve, when it meant nothing. It's not about the match quality. And I want to make it clear. Did the match work? Yes, it wasn't bad. But it's not the point of the match. It is about them actually giving them a non-title match before the pay-per-view, which made no damn sense. And who won? Who won? Violence by Design. Because the stick that held the Violence by Design flag got whacked onto the back, I believe, of Black Taurus. What was the point of the match? I'm just saying. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, which was the highlight of the show. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. Matt, Brian, Chelsea, the Cardonas. They are the most entertaining thing there. Did the major players make their mark in their promo? No. It looked choppy. I mean, when it came to Chelsea, she sounded a little choppy. Like, I don't know what happened there. Because I know Chelsea Green can talk. But she sounded a little bit choppy. Brian did all right. Matt did all right. Those two did all right. But Chelsea sounded choppy. I don't know what happened there. And then while you're in the 2300 arena, which can only hold 1,300 people. So anyone says 10,000 again, I'm going to laugh at your ass. You're stupid, thinking 1,300 people are 10,000. And I know one of my subscribers said, hey, that guy must have been a little confused. There had to be another. No, he meant it. And he knows who he is. And I don't care. You get the FBI with Guido and Tony, I believe that's his name. I hadn't seen him in so long I forgot his name. It was good to see an FBI. Guys, Guido, boy is skinny as a stick. He's got to be nearly 50 now. But he still can wrestle his ass off because he went into the ring beforehand, said, how dare you insult the 2300 arena because this arena doesn't belong to you or me, it belongs to the fans. He gets a little whack in and he says, why don't you put that digital media title up for grabs, which he does. He does a good bit and he's got stamina, so he looks good. I wouldn't mind seeing him wrestle for Impact Wrestling because they need people there. But there's a problem. Impact will probably not hire him. They'll just pay him to come in for a couple of tapings and goodbye. Like most of their roster. And I want to make this clear to everybody. And this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this from now on. I'm not going to say from now on, Impact needs to hire more talent. Because they don't hire talent. They don't. Impact is not hiring talent anymore. They're just paying them to come in for tapings. So fine. Bring more people in for tapings. Don't hire them. Just fork the damn money out and get it over with. And I'm not trying to sound mad or something, but let's be honest. Honest is as honest does. Guido should be doing a couple of tapings because seeing an FBI there on Impact Wrestling, while they're still at the 2300 arena, how many more tapings they got, it would be great to see him there. So if they do pay him, let him do some backstage segments, have some matches in the ring, actually would be entertaining. But will we get that? There's a good chance. No, this is probably a one-off, and it's damn stupid. But it is what it is. Let's move on. Now, Shira versus Jobber. I don't even remember the Jobber's name. It doesn't really matter. Shira annihilates him within a minute. Then you got Gunja, who basically has an interview in the back and makes it very clear after he's been questioned, look, I'm here to do what I need to do. I don't need Raj. I don't need Shira. They just need to stay out of my way. Here's where people are going to get upset. This is about trying to get Junga. I believe I'm mispronouncing his name. I'm sorry. Trying to get him over using Muhammad Shira and a Raj Singh. They're trying to get him over. And the problem is, Raj doesn't have any star power. Shira, the way he's always been booked, has never had real star power. And that's the problem. If you were using Sanjay Dutt, yes, he still has some stroke and star power. But we're talking about Raj Singh. He isn't like Gama Singh. He isn't like the great Gama. He needs to be there for this to mean something, because when they did the Dempsey Hit Squad, he made it mean something. Now you just got Raj. You don't have Raju. You only got that. And neither one of them has the star power to do it. And it's not because Raj is a jobber. It's not because Shira is a jobber. It's because notoriously Impact Wrestling has never booked them like they meant anything. Remember, the Dempsey Hit Squad was always about Gama, Raju, and Raj, who eventually left. And it was only Raju who eventually was all by himself and got the X Division, made himself a little bit of something, and then decided to finally leave, which made perfect sense, and I'm glad he left. Because he wasn't getting anything. It wasn't like he was getting tag belts, and it wasn't like he was going to get the world title. He had only maybe the X Division, that's it. Some people need to be pushed, because that's all you got, and if you're not willing to do it, they deserve to leave. Because who wants to be stuck in the same thing over and over again? I'm just saying. Now, we got, Honor No More versus the Bullet Club. Now, each one of the members of Honor No More and members of the Bullet Club have something to do at Rebellion, so this match made sense. Was it a bad match? No, it was perfectly fine. It was alright. I'm not surprised how it ended, and I'm not surprised who won. Now, what was interesting was what happened well afterward when you see Vincent going off with some, well, as you know, Honor No More lost against Bullet Club. They're mad. They say they're going to get even at Rebellion, but then you see a Vincent say, I got something to do. Walks away from them, head to his car, gets some jumper cables, heads to a shack, probably the same shack that was nearby when PCO and Jonah fought one another. He goes in. It wasn't a shack. It was more like an old mill. Goes inside, uncovers, and he's probably in my face. PCO dead. Jumper cables. He shocks them, sticks them to the side of a PCO and say, you're alive. You need to be alive. You are this. If anyone has ever seen Young Frankenstein from 1973 with Gene Wilder, that is a comedy version of Frankenstein, flat out. This was worse than that, and that's meant to be a comedy. It was so degrade movie. It was not even that funny. It made me laugh because it was that bad. Yeah, the lightning bit was very good. Yes, seeing PCO going, I can't put my eyes up into my head, but you get my idea what my eyes going. You see PCO getting ready, he wants to destroy Jonah. It was, let me give it to you like this. Will this probably continue the feud between him and Jonah? Yes. But why wouldn't they just, look, I like Ishii. I like him. I actually do like him. But wouldn't it have been better to have a Monsters Ball match with Jonah and PCO? A Monsters Ball match between Jonah and PCO. When was the last time we had a Monsters Ball match? At least over a year, maybe 2. I can't remember how long it's been. At least maybe a year or 2 since we last had a Monsters Ball match. Why not let that be for PCO? If PCO's sticking around for a while, I'm not saying he's signed, but if he's sticking around for a while, since Abyss is not there, let PCO take over where Abyss was and let him do the Monsters Ball matches. Let him do it. Why not? I'm just saying. Now, we got a tag match. Bayley and Ace versus Dorado Kid and Trey. Here's the thing. You can see how weak the X Division is. Where the majority of the guys, that's it. Yes, you got Willie. Yes, you got Rich. But we don't see them often. They're a tag team now. So it's like, that's it. And it's sad that already Ace has been champ. Trey has been champ. Dorado Kid has not been champ, at least in recent years. And he should be a champ. He should have already been the champ instead of Trey. And then you got Bayley, who is the most freshest person there. And it stands to reason that Bayley must eventually become X Division champion because they have to put someone new there. I don't hate Ace. I don't hate Trey. I don't even hate Dorado Kid. I actually like Dorado Kid. But when it comes down to it, they need to give that title to someone entirely new. If they do not at Rebellion, it'll be a big waste of time to even have the damn match. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest here. I'm saying it honestly. Now, the ending of that match, where it was not Trey and Dorado, it was Ace and, was it Ace? Wait a minute, who won it? Oh yeah, it was Kid and Trey who won it. And Ace wanted to get revenge, and he thought he had Bailey in his back pocket. He did not, because Bailey whacked him behind the head with his own foot. And I will say this about Bailey. Him being able to do a full forward flip out of the ring onto the concrete, even though it was matted, barefoot, he's solid. So I'm glad to see he's got a very solid body, because normally you need some cushioning from your boots to handle that. That's how you can break your heel. I'm just saying. We got, let me say this before I get any further. Where is Mickie James? Where is Nick Aldis? Yes, I know he's in NWA, but they really need him for Rebellion. They should have set this up for Rebellion. They should have set this up, unless it's going to happen, and I didn't see it. We needed Nick Aldis. We definitely need Mickie James. And we need a Matt Cardona in a match at Rebellion. That's what they should have done. Yes, Multiverse of matches was good, but we need something. Maybe we get Nick Aldis on Matt Cardona, just one off on Rebellion. I really think they should be, but that's just me. Now, final thing, and if I'm forgetting something, which I know I'm forgetting something, well, I could talk about Taya going after the AAA women's title. I'm not going to. I could talk about the Inspiration wanting to get their own titles. I'm not going to. There's no point in it. There was no special things with it. It was just a basic talk. The one thing that was important was Moose. Moose wanting to, well, not wanting to, he was forced to apologize by Scott about attacking Josh's family. Now, I know several of my subscribers are happy the way Moose talked about Josh, saying he's nothing but a piece of shit, in not so many words. More power to you. Hope you're happy. But this is still a story between Josh and Moose. And when it comes down to it, Josh, after hearing his wife being insulted about, well, not his wife being insulted, pretty much him being insulted that he's not a good dad, not a good husband, and that when he beats him, that he pretty much will have to bring Moose home with him to show his wife and sons that he is a real man. Josh comes out, which was a big mistake, not because of him fighting Moose. It was because he should not have had his music coming on. He should have came out with no music. There shouldn't have been no music for Josh. There should have been Josh just coming straight out and wanting to whoop a Moose's ass. And then Scott letting him get in the ring. The thing that gets me nervous was the C4 spike. Because as you can see it, I believe I got a shot of it, the way Moose came straight down on the table, yes, his head is between his head and shoulders are between Josh's legs. Yes. And he's probably fine. But after what happened with Big E, I get a little more concerned about any wrestler who does those type of stunts, particularly being pile drived, and pretty much those tables don't always cushion enough. So I get a little nervous. Doesn't mean I don't want to see it. It just makes me a little nervous. Particularly that it's being done 2 days before the damn pay-per-view. I don't care if it was Moose doing it to Josh or Josh doing it to Moose. It's not always what you need. This makes you think they're indestructible when they're not, and we know they're not. So sometimes I just wish they wouldn't go there with it. But they did. So this is what we got. We got a go-home show to Rebellion that was lackluster. The only thing that was interesting was the Cardonas and PCO getting shocked in a D-rated movie type of scene. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I'm not even saying it's good. It was bad. I wish they had done it better. But I will say the setup at least was decent. That I am going to give it. But this is just my point of view. And I hope you enjoyed the same view. Please give me a comment below. Tell me what you think. Peace.